cases here are alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Hey, everybody. How are you guys? We hope you are doing well on today. Hope everybody's feeling joyous down in their soul. And we hope that none of you men or women in the chat are deadbeat parents, okay? So today is the Messy Night Court Deadbeat Daddy edition, okay? And with that being said, if you are new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. Y'all already know what we like to do. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share us with your good people. Y'all must with sharing because we got 1,500 views on the court last week, which is real good for the court. Okay, we hit an all-time high. We are streaming on all channels here. So make sure you guys go over to Ranting with Ricardo's channel, California Cuties channel, and of course our illustrious bailiff, who for some reason have a wine glass instead of her bailiff picture on her avatar on tonight.
Okay? You on mute. Thank goodness we can't hear what you're saying.
So with that being said, I want to go ahead and welcome everybody in. Hey, my beautiful sis Kimmy Cole. What more do you want from me? Hello, mother princess. Hey, peace to Mateo. You here? You want to make sure we saw you was here so you don't get fined, huh? Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, Sweet Pea, my boo. Hey, Cheryl, my favorite Liberian cayenne pepper. All right, everybody. Brian McKnight, forehead creases are liars. Not liars. Hey, Louisiana chick, how are you, my love? Hey, vintage 1970, how are you? Hey, Miss Santivia, how are you? And thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, we love to see it. Hey, my good sis, Ellen V, how are you? Hey, Cleopatra Pender, how are you? We glad to see everybody in here. Cryrese is guilty. We would ask that you would refrain from giving your opinions prior to the case. Please. But y'all know we messy over here, so do what you do, my babies.
Do what you do.
Lewis, how are you? Hey, Terry T. Baby Davis, how are you? Not life sentences, love. Peace to Mateo won't be the judge tonight. Hey, Chrislyn, how are you?
Chrislyn.
Hey, Chrislyn.
Come on, power to the people. All right, we got it. Head shade P off with their heads. Proper thigh, what is your live stream, girl? How are you? Hey, friend Jay, how are you? Jesse Lewis says, hey to the panel. We are glad you guys are here. I'm also going to scroll these ladies' cash apps because they work hard for their money, okay? As well as mine is all on the banner. If you feel so inclined to, please donate to these ladies as they work very, very hard, okay?
Working hard
on what's going on the channel, okay? Also, you can support the channel by submitting a super chat as well as joining the channel. Now, before, hey, Too Feisty, no, you're not late. I haven't called the court to order yet. Well, we already supposed to be in order. I hope you guys, we collected a substantial amount of fines these past few weeks. So I hope you guys are enjoying the new cushions that's going on right now. We just have some sparkling cider for you guys, okay? But after court, once the cases get started, we will be passing out the cocktails, not the mocktails, okay? I hope you guys are enjoying the lemon pepper wings, the Louisiana rub. We also have hot wings for you guys in mild, medium, okay, and hot, okay? But if don't get hot, if you're going to be coming through the court, coughing on the spices, okay? For the cocktails, we have a little Hennessy. We have some wine for you wine drinkers. No, none of it is what's that wine supposed to be? We don't have any black and we don't have any Inest wine. We do not have any of that, but we do have some Chardonnay. We do have some Pinot Grigio, okay, and we have a few vintage. We also have some vodka, okay. We have some Casamigos. Handle your liquor accordingly while you are in the court, or this will be the last time we provide cocktails. Cocktails will be coming around, okay. In just a moment. Okay, so if you like clear, please sit on the right side of the court. If you like brown, please sit on the left side of the court. Okay, we also have, oh my gosh, Cheryl says she drinking for loco. Who Jesus.
What is this?
All of the rum drinkers sit towards the inner aisle of the court. We do have that rum punches for mixed drinks. We do have incredible hawks. Okay, we have
I ain't had one of them in a long time.
and for you people that's real old school, I even went back and got y'all a little MD 2020, but we're gonna ask the MD 2020 and the 4 local drinkers to sit towards the back of the court, as you may need to run and hit the emergency exits for the restroom, either coming up one way or the other way. But we love you all. Okay, so let's see who's here before we go ahead and get started. Too feisty. I saw you want some hypnotic. Well, when they come around, let them know that you don't want the Hennessy. You just want the hypnotic. Okay.
Your courtship.
And the court, due to the substantial fines that we have requested, if you are walking out here leaning to the left and leaning to the right, we will be supplying Uber drivers. We have checked everyone's keys at the door. You must pass a breathalyzer. We are not going to charge you parking. The court is giving you free parking overnight, but all cars must be gone by 7 a.m. If your car is still at the parking lot at 7 a.m., you will be receiving fees. At noon, cars will start to be towed, okay? So we're going to give you, so don't drink too much, but you can't get up and come get your car now, because we provide Ubers for you. Each person will have their own Uber until we are able to get the church van of the courts.
Okay. Can you tell the people that they are not allowed to mix their liquors? Do not be mixing your dark with your light.
Yes, we will not be mixing dark liquor with light liquor, okay? Because we don't want y'all to get thrown off up in the court. Hey, Norris, you are not late, my boo, so you don't get no fine. You don't get no fine. You are on time. Hey, just simply, my love, how are you? I'm going to have to indulge in sex work to pay off my fines. My salary won't cut it. Also, you plan on cutting up tonight, evidently.
Absolutely.
We do have strawberries with the champagne as well. The champagne is not black. Okay, we have real live champagne, as well as we have orange juice for those of you who like mimosas, and we have cranberry juice if you like the mistletoes, as they are called, with fresh cranberries to go in them. And with that being said, let me see if there's anybody else in here, because I not want to enter any fines. Hey, Lord Karma, how are you, my love? I do not want to enter any fines if I missed anybody. Yes, put your keys in the basket, please, and thank you. Okay. Because I don't need y'all key in my car because y'all think it's y'all lover and your secretary. Hey, making my headache. How are you? Good evening, everyone. I'm walking in with my Jack and Coke. We provided it for you this time. Now, as long as people continue to cut up in court and we're able to keep finding people, we will provide more things next week. If we collect the heavy bit of fines, we will move up from not only just wings but sandwiches and meatballs. Okay, and the more fines we collect, the more the menu will grow to pastas, baked macaronis, and desserts. But do not dirty yourself in the court. There are trash bags at the exit. Please throw your trash away when you exit. We appreciate it, because I'm not a cleaning crew and I don't want to have to stay later to clean, and I can't have gnats, roaches, rats, and ants running around our court, because then y'all really gonna be calling my court ghetto. Okay. Hey, Monique King, my love, how are you? How are you? We appreciate you all for being here on tonight. Okay, baby shower meatballs. Yes, girl, baby shower meatballs. Okay, baby shower meatballs. Hey, KMB, how are you, my love? And with that being said, we are going to get started with our first Case of the night. Oh my God. Our first case of the night. Bailiff.
Hey, all rise. The all rise messy court is now called into session, and the guy who cries wolf, the sky is falling. He's calling on his ancestors, Malcolm X, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and all the people that are still here, like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, because he is making his lawyers rich while avoiding to pay child support. Tyrese Crybaby Gibson. There you go, Your Honor.
Ooh, child. Cryrese. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney, are you ready with your opening statement? Oh, you're muted, prosecutor. You're muted.
Ooh, okay. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Hey, Your Honor. Hey, jurors. Hey, counsel. Hey, bailiff. Hey, expert witness.
Hey, love.
Okay, today we are here. We the people is here to prosecute Cryrese Gibson. He is being charged with marrying a white woman, calling her his black queen when we know she's not. He's being charged on calling for the civil rights leaders to put a stop on his child support. This man is a tyrant. This man has been living a lie. This man is walking around as a whole hypocritical, alleged man. And I do mean alleged on the man. Cryrese has been betraying a man for a long time. This is not his first rodeo. He has been pretending to be a man ever since baby boy. This goes back years. When he married his first wife, he said that she was a black queen, that no one really compared to her. You know, this was a black queen. And as soon as it gets in the thick of things, tick, tick, boom, she shows his real self. We realize that this is not a man. Now he's on to the second wife, second kid, no less. Now he takes her to court and he wants his child support reduced. And he's calling for dead Martin Luther King. You know that's my great uncle. He said he's not coming for him. He's not coming. How is he calling on the civil rights leaders to help with child support from his black queen? This man needs to be stopped. He needs the book thrown at him. And I rest for now, Your Honor.
And with that being said, I do see that a few people have crept in here late. Simply Elegant One, I'm going to fine you to $4 quadrillion as you are a moderator of the court and definitely should be on time. Of course, you know that comes along with 99 cents, no pennies. And I sentence you to only be able to eat the spiciest of the hot wings. And you can only drink 4 locos that the court has provided until next week. Be on time and you can.
Oh, not those 4 locos.
The good libations.
High school.
There was someone else that I saw came in here late. Saki, my good counselor, my good speaker, since you provide so much warmth to my soul with your therapeutic voice, I'm only going to fine you $3 quadrillion, 969,000,099 cents. You too can only have lemon pepper wings instead of the hot in Louisiana rub, and you must drink the MD 2020 for the duration of the court. Was there anybody else left that I saw come in late before we get to the defense attorney? Okay, that was it.
That's it.
And with that being said, defense attorney, are you ready for your opening statement?
Give me 1 second. Just want to make sure of one little thing.
Spicy Original, welcome to Night Court. I am just now seeing your comment, which means you are late for this court. And this court, you must speak prior to the case getting started. But since it is your first time here, I'm only going to find you $330 million, $226,999.99. Do not bring the extra dollar, as we won't take it, and we only take shiny pennies. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm ready.
No, ma'am. I've been here the entire time just trying to get my keyboard to connect. Y'all were late, Johanna. I mean, I know we was late, but that's why you should have had enough time to correct that keyboard. Oh, Shantia Gregory, you are another one that is late. Oh my God. I find you to $3 quadrillion as well with 99 cents, and you are only able to eat the barbecue wings in court today, and you may only drink Sprite and not partake in any of the cocktails provided by the court. And with that being said, defense attorney, go ahead with your opening statement.
Good evening, your courtship, messy night court, jurors, prosecution, bailiff, and our special witness. I am here to defend the one, the only, Tyrese Darnell Gibson. We know Tyrese Darnell Gibson. He don't even need to use his other middle or his last name. He just needs to go by Tyrese, not Cryrese. I don't know where's the typo or what's going on, but my client name is Tyrese for the court stenographer. That is Tyrese. Darnell, Darnell, Gibson, Gibson. Thank you, Miss Court stenographer. Now, my client is an American actor and an American singer. We have known Tyrese since 1998. He has started out humble beginnings. He's a Californian, as I am. So just with that, I have some sort of compassion for the young Black brother that's is trying to, make a difference in life and trying to find his way, because he was born and raised in Watts, and anybody that is familiar with Watts, California would understand that that is a hard place to live in, be raised in, and he may have not had all the fatherly rules provided for him. He might have not understood the right way to do things. So here's the thing. My client, who sings Sweet Lady, and yes, the prosecution brought up the Black queens that he has married. Yes, at the time, those were his Black queens, and still probably are, because they birthed his children. He is being accused of paying his lawyer. So he's accused of making me rich. He's accused of making me rich while sliding away from his child support. I'm not rich yet, so I can't even say that that's correct. But we shall see what the prosecution will bring. My client is also being brought to the court for not paying his child support. Well, there's a lot of not just Black fathers, but just fathers all around that are being sued for child support. That's ginormous. I mean, just like this courtroom, no disrespect to your courtship, but inflation has went up, and it is a little hard for my client who's waiting for his 29th or 30th installment of Fast and Furious. he has to pace himself. So I'm gonna wait to go in about his defense, but please rest assured, the court, I need you to rest assured that my client is doing the best he can. And the reason why he called on our Black leaders is because he doesn't have a father, Your Honor. He doesn't have anyone he can call on. So he thought he would bring in our Black leaders. And I'm going to see how far the prosecution is going to take this, because I don't feel like he's did anything wrong. And I feel like I'm always in your courtship, defending people that really are doing the best that they can and being sued for it. So the defense will rest right here. I'll just rest.
I was on mute. Darnia, so glad that you can come in late to court. Yes, I see you are late. And with that being said, I'm going to fine you $6 quadrillion and 99 cents as court has started, and you came in towards the end of the defense attorney's statement, meaning you missed the whole prosecuting attorney's statement, and court still started a little behind. So with that being said, you are on trash duty for the pickup of the wings and the libations that the court is providing. You must sit in a folding chair instead of one of the new cushioned benches that also massages as well, and you won't be able to put your feet up in the foot warmers that the court allows. And we are only allowing you to have 2 wings, 1 lemon pepper and 1 barbecue. Next time, be on time for court, and you can be having the mimosas, the champagnes, and everything else. Thank you. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney, go ahead with your case. Oh my God, where's the prosecuting attorney? I'm going to have to find her.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My mute button was acting up. I'm so sorry, Your Honor. Although the defense attorney did the best she could with defending this low-life excuse for a man, we are still here to take this man down. This man is a menace to society. This man has been walking around singing and crying for years. This man, first wife, Samantha, is it Samantha or Norma? Which one is his first wife? Who knows? Who cares? The point is, he has done.
We can't see you. I'm afraid for you to cut on your camera. But
he has done Samantha and Norma wrong. This man has implanted seeds in their white womb, and he has called it black, calling them Mother Earth, when he knew they were just mother milk. He is a liar. He needs to be stopped. And today I planned to have the courts take this man down. This didn't start here. We have to go back. Come with me. Come with me on the journey of Cryrese.
Cryrese, can you stop crying at the door, please?
Still crying. Pathetic. Ever since he was on that bus, holding that Coca-Cola bottle, I saw the hidden tears in his eye. He was crying backwards while he was singing. He was trying to hide his cryism. But we saw it. We saw it in Baby Boy. We definitely saw it in the Fast and Furious. This man tried to come for The Rock. The Rock. The Rock is the most unproblematic celebrity there ever was. He's Samoan. Samoans never bother anyone. They're just good people. And he started with The Rock. Do you know who the Rock family is? Rikishi from WWF when it was good. man has been a menace for years. He doesn't want to pay for his responsibility. He's on the internet crying. He's telling people that he's broke. So he's just crying and lying. The last I checked, Tyrese Gibson had a Benihana's in the backyard of his house. A Benihana's. That's a whole restaurant. This man's a liar. He needs to pay like he weighs. I need all the divorcees to stand up and say, pay like you weigh. It was all good just a week ago when she was his black queen. He wanted to pay then. So pay now, Tyrese. Pay now. Don't call on your forefathers. Call on your bank. And I rest my case.
Defense attorney, are you ready with your case to present your case?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Your courtship.
Go ahead, please.
Your courtship, jurors, I'm not sure if you guys understand what happened to my client. My client did take on the role of baby boy. He also did take on the role in Fast and Furious, but when he took on the role of baby boy particularly, you know, you have to eat and breathe your character. He ate and breathed his character, and what happened was he got stuck, Your Honor, your courtship. He got stuck, and he didn't realize who he was dating. You know, on the movie he had 2 baby mothers, and so he did that in real life, and he didn't know how to take care of the both of them, so he pit them against each other. So his defense, Your Honor, is that he's stuck in his character. He is stuck as baby boy, and so that's why he doesn't understand how to be a father. And as far as him being on the commercial with the Coca-Cola commercial, yeah, they found him. He was homeless then. He was homeless, didn't have nowhere to live in Watts, and they picked him up and put him on that bus. And they just so happened to be a camera crew. And little Tyrese just sang for his little life, lips glossed, just like mine. And he sang his heart out, and he sang for his life. And God be my witness, a star was born. But what I want the court to understand is he's just a mere man, a man with problems, a man, you know, it's hard to be a black man in America right now.
Oh God.
And
my bad.
He's, like I said, he's trying to do the best he can. And as far as his new wife and every other wife that he may have, at the time, like I said, Tyrese doesn't understand. He just wants to be the best person he is in that moment. And after those moments, he doesn't know what to do. He's like really trapped. He goes right back into baby boy. He wants to put his head in AJ's bosom and say, Mama, get rid of old boy so I can come back home. That's really what he want to say. So I really want the court to really understand, and please be as non-judgmental as you can be, and put yourself in his shoes and understand that it's really hard out here for Black men in the court system, and them going in front of the court and them having to, you know, have more than 2 families here and there because they don't know how to become real men and just put their in one spot. So they do it in all type of spots, and then they get mad when they have to do child support. You know, I understand you think he has a lot of money, but he really doesn't, Judge. He has too many households. He's trying to catch up to Nick without trying to catch up with Nick Cannon. So I'm sorry, Your Honor. Tyrese really just wants to throw himself at the mercy of the court, and he really wants you guys to really understand that he's just a black man out here in the streets trying to do the best he can, and he has to pay me and other court members, and he also has to pay child support. So let's just be a little lenient and have a heart. Let's have a heart for the man that's saying, sweet lady. The court rests.
Now she's crying too.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody crying.
It was so moving. With that being
So,
said,
sweet lady, that was cute.
Can we get the Candace triangle tissues for the courtroom, please?
He's been singing, crying, and lying.
I knew the judge had one.
Not a foldie.
Doesn't leave home without hers.
ooh, I'm so moved. I'm so moved. Give me a second before our expert witness goes on.
I understand. Take your time, Your Honor.
I didn't know he was homeless in that car.
Right? He was a man with the plan.
With ashy lips. And they gave him a Coke. They
No
gave
food.
him a Coke and some Vaseline.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes,
And
Your
you
Honor.
know, if you drink too much Coca-Cola, it just dries out your mouth more. So his lips got extra dry.
Can you imagine your brother being a top model and you're homeless? Because
Mm-mm.
Tyson was was in the video by then.
So you mean to tell me the Benihana the workers was homeless too?
This tissue has been brought to us by the one designer, Candace Dillard. Premium Kleenex. Only the best for your judgeship.
We got to make Candace a commercial.
And with that being said, child, with that
Oh.
ashy lips and a Coke,
And his mouth being dry.
expert witness, do you have any testimony for us today? And is it for the prosecution or the defense?
Or are you in the Matrix? That's what somebody said. That
I
was
want
funny.
to say power to the people.
She didn't call me broke tonight.
And I do have evidence for the prosecution. First and foremost, I am dressed like this because I want to pay ode to Tyrese Gibson, as he too showed up to George Floyd's funeral looking like a whole Black Panther. If the judge could show that your courtship,
Please don't.
we is twinning
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
done. Stop.
I look like a Black Panther. He looked like a Black Panther. I happen to look like a Black Panther here on
Stop
my
it.
court. He looks like a Black Panther at somebody's funeral, standing next to all the celebrities who was wearing suits. He had on
I am done.
he had on a leather coat with a tie, a turtleneck, a beret, and some glasses. We are twins.
Are he going to turn around sharp? He going to make a sharp turn?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
He going to turn around, shoot, and be mad sharp?
Okay.
He made a sharp left. Like, wait.
He put out a relationship book and claimed he was a relationship expert, but as we could see, none of his relationships have worked out thus far. Not the first wife, Norma, not the second wife, Samantha, and not the recent girlfriend who, you know, he kind of got into it with because she said live on Instagram that when Paul Walker was more her type, okay? And he was very upset. He's very much a diva that everybody claims that Mariah Carey is, but she isn't. He is the diva. Okay, when he was in the group TGT, that was Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese, but as he likes to call it, it was Tyrese, and Tyrese. He oversang everybody. He sang their part.
TTP.
It was
It
honestly
was
it was like,
TCW, Tyrese, Cryrese, and Warese.
Honestly, it was like he was the only person on stage. He would oversing them. He would sing their parts and his parts. He would forget the lyrics, and he expected to get 75% of the earnings. That picture you just saw was after he had booked a morning show, and they had yet to put out any real music like that, and they wasn't booking no shows as a group yet, like really booking shows. And he decided to book them on a morning show. He told them, well, if today is the 4th, you have until the 15th to get everything ready. He then came back to them the next day and said, well, y'all have until tomorrow to get ready. And they still had to arrange all the songs and get rehearsed and so on and so forth, and choose who was singing what. They were running on no sleep. They had been up all night. Morning shows are very early. He had supplied one genuine. Okay, Mr. If you're horny, let's do it. Ride his pony. Multiple 5-hour energies. As if your courtship could show the picture. He provided this man multiple 5-hour energies. So the man was very jittery all over his body because he had been up all night and was going on no sleep and had been hit with multiple shots of caffeine.
Boy, he
And
looked
as you
at
can
him.
see, the look of disgust on one Tyrese Darnell Gibson's face towards Genuine, like he did not understand what was going on. He was running on no sleep because you booked a show and you had given him multiple 5-hour energies, and his body with the caffeine, multiple 5-hour energies, that is too much caffeine. His heart was pumping like he was on heroin and speed all at once, like he had just shot up. Okay, and that's what the
Oh, Jake, that's hearsay, Your Honor. That's hearsay. I don't know if they were
He is
there.
looking at him like, got you, nigga.
That's what the people thought it was. They thought this man was on drugs, and he wasn't. It was multiple 5-hour energies provided by the defense clients. Okay,
expert witness. So you're trying to say that Tyrese set up Genuine?
That is what it was.
They thought he was
And it was
I take Your Honor. That is his co-worker. That is his band member.
Collaborated by the man back there on the keyboard. Okay, the man back there on the keyboard has collaborated this
cooperated.
Okay, expected to make more than the man who had the shakes due to all the caffeine in his body and the man on the keyboard, even though he was not arranging any music and he was not writing any music. He got upset with The Rock. He got upset with The Rock because The Rock got a spinoff with Jason Statham, and they were going to do the Hobbs and Shaw movie, and Tyrese was not a part of it and felt like, why are you doing this to the Fast and Furious family? However, The Rock said he did not owe Tyrese anything, and they have been in a one-sided feud since then. He made a video talking about, what more do you want from me? Okay. Hold on. What more do you want from me? And y'all see any tears? Is the tears like the tear? Y'all, damn, no tears. He had no tears in his eyes whatsoever. It was what more do you want from me? And he was trying to muster up so many tears that I said, yo, eye sockets, the tear ducts are dry as the Sahara Desert. It was a camel running across his face, trying to figure out why is it that I have more water stored in my humps and you don't have none in your tear ducts.
He cries late at night.
He claims that he did not make enough money to support himself. However, due to court records and them having to supply financials from both sides, it showed that he made over $2 million last year. On top of that, currently he has 13 acting projects in the works, and he also has a project that he is supposed to be producing. He is making money. He has also put out multiple videos, and he is currently touring as the headliner for the R&B Experience Tour, and he just signed on to do that. Yes, he did. His daughter, his oldest child, with Norma, there were some restraining orders put out against him. Norma claimed, he had some mental health issues and she wanted him to get some help. So, the court system down there in LA, where they lived at the time, issued a restraining order against him, and he broke said restraining order by having a banner flown over their daughter's school at the time she was 10 years old, flown over her school to tell her how much he loved her and to never forget him, humiliating the child and putting out the personal business that no one needed to know, and it was flown over the school. He then took to Instagram to say that no one was going to keep him from his child, posting pictures of both of them together, and he admitted that he flew said banner over the school, and if he had had more money at the time, that he would have written more.
Oh.
He also, for this said child we are talking about, dedicated the first line of Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On" to her while he was performing on stage. Also, for this particular child, he bought her a Mercedes Rolls Royce for her middle school graduation. An actual car, not one of the remote control cars, not a picture of the car, not a painting of the car, not a four-wheel, not a big wheel, not a remote control. We gonna get the kids something so they could just drive around the neighborhood and know a real one, okay? Which then he had to defend because he had at the time claimed he didn't have money to be buying and paying child support at the time. And then we move on to the second child. Now, the second wife, Samantha, and their child, their daughter, they live in Georgia, Fulton County to be specific. And that is where this court case is taking place, okay? Now, the child support case was filed in Fulton County. Like I said, that's where the ex-wife and the daughter live. He refuses to pay the $10,000 a month that he was ordered to pay last year, back in August, okay? When the judge made the $10,000 a month, that's my final thing. It was because he wanted both parents to be on even playing field. They will provide equally for said child. Seeing as the minor child lives with her mother full time, they would split everything down the line 50-50. Yes. And the judge told him and the mother, no one won today, no one lost. The only person who is feeling anything is the child who does not have her parents together in the home. So do all you can to make sure that you too, talking to the defendant's client and his ex-wife, make sure you do all you can to make sure this child does not feel the loss of not having her parents together in the home. He felt as if the $10,000 a month was excessive, that the judge was racist, and that the judge was being biased. That was last year. That's how he felt last year. This year, because he's been held in contempt, he has not been arrested, but held in contempt for not paying the $10,000 a month, felt as if, and this is from current court records, that he should not have to pay $10,000 a month because Samantha makes good money. That's what he said. He's currently been paying $2,236 a month and not the $10,000 that he was originally supposed to pay. The reason why, headlines said he has to pay $600,000 worth of back child support. It is really $200,000 worth of back child support starting from the moment Samantha filed for divorce from him back in 2020. Yes. That is where the $200,000 of that $600,000 comes from. He also must pay for her legal fees, as he is the one who continues to drag her into court. And then he also must pay, and those legal fees are in the tune of almost $400,000. He also must pay $17,000 for a special court mediator who is there to handle minor disputes, as he continues to do certain things, as he was held in contempt once in court, as he was being questioned, and he said to the lawyer, well, you're the smart person, so you should, and he never got anything out because the judge had to tell him, that is not what we're here for. We are here for this child support case and that alone. You will not be disrespectful to opposing counsel. He has been ordered to pay $10,000 a month for not only the child that lives in Fulton County, but also the child that he has 50-50 custody of. He claimed that he struggles financially. But as I said before, court records have proven that he's actually not struggling financially. It's just that he does not want to pay because he feels like it's excessive amount of money for a child, and that Samantha makes good money, so he shouldn't have to pay as much. But seeing as most of the time when it comes to child support, not all the time, but in this case, you two were married, your child was accustomed to a certain way of life, you had a Benihana's in your backyard, you were known to throw exciting big parties, okay, after certain award shows. You're buying Rolls Royces for middle schoolers for graduation. She had become accustomed to a certain, way of living. And that $10,000 a month for a man like you, sir, should not be anything, because both you and said mother of this child would have to go down the line for cost to take care of said child 50-50. He's very upset. Also, I would like to point out that this man was not homeless when he got casted for the Coca-Cola commercial, where we saw the little sun tattoo on his belly button, and he was drinking Coca-Cola with ashy lips and singing on a bus. He auditioned for said Coca-Cola commercial. He then went on to become a model with Guess and Tommy Hilfiger, even though Tommy Hilfiger does not want black people wearing his, apparel. He would then move on to getting acting gigs on shows like Hanging with Mr. Cooper and Martin, where he acted, he was like so shy and he could really sing, and then went on to sign a contract with RCA. This man is a menace to society. He fashions himself a relationship expert, a relationship guru, but he is not. He fancies himself the best father on the planet. We are seeing that is not the case by the way of you wanting to not provide what you were ordered to provide. We find out that he is willing to drop a girlfriend at the drop of the dime when she said to him on Instagram Live that Paul Walker was more of her type. He joins the long list of, celebrities who are known to be a little deadbeat-ish. He has 13. And hear me when I say this, and I stress this, because one of those 13 is coming out very soon, and that is Fast and Furious 10, Fast X. It's only been 10 movies. He has 13 upcoming acting projects. He has one project that he is producing / writing on. And no, I do not want to hear the defense say, well, the writers on strike. They are on strike. However, he is not part of the WGA, the Writers Guild of America. He is a non-union writer. That is all I have for the brethren who decided to go down to George Floyd's funeral looking like a Black Panther.
So you're saying he's also impersonating a writer?
Yes. That is all. Yes, my twin. We are twinning. Don't
put that up. Redton done took me out with this thing.
Don't we look like twins? We look amazing.
Yes, y'all look just alike.
Please, he looks like my father like that. That's how my father was out there dressing like he is a Black Panther. Stop.
And with that being said, defense attorney, go ahead with your closing statement.
Like I said before, Your Honor, my client is not guilty. He has made plenty of mistakes, and he is falling on hard times. He cannot pay what what he could pay before. He is not making that kind of money. Um, Sometimes we have to go back and revise the first court order when it comes to child support. Um, that's not his fault. That's just, something that he's dealing with, and it's not fair to him. As far as him being guilty of what working, and they have to revise his income. I don't understand. He doesn't have the money to pay as he did before. Um, and as far as him doing that banner for his at his child's school, that just showed that he really goes over and beyond for his children. I don't see anything that was really wrong with that, but that's just my opinion. Um, I don't see him guilty, and yes, he needs to be revised. We're not going to give. She was just is it expert witness one way or the other. You're saying he spent all this money on a Rolls Royce or whatever car you're saying he bought a junior high schooler, and then you turn around and say, but then he needs to pay all this child support. I just feel like if he has all that money to just throw around, then that's what you'll get, him buying cars at times when he really shouldn't be doing that.
And
So we have to get the
brought
best of
up
both worlds.
defense attorney.
I'm sorry.
They brought that up in court as if, why are you saying you don't have money and you're financially struggling when you just recently, as recent as before we got to court a few weeks ago, bought a car
For her?
not for the wife, for the daughter, the oldest child.
Well, the oldest child, I mean, that's depending on how old the oldest child is, that's what it is. Because like you said, you've named off a lot of things that he's done. We don't know. I don't particularly know how much money he has in the bank. All I'm saying is sometimes the court gets it wrong when it comes to child support. That's all I'm saying. And in this case, I feel like they got it wrong. He's not ducking and dodging. He's actually going above and beyond and actually trying to get more court cases to be resolved and more court cases to be looked at. And that's why he went to he went to our leaders to find out where is the breakdown in the court system. No disrespect to you, your courtship. I'm just saying there is a breakdown somewhere in the court system, and he is willing to throw himself under the bus to make the movement go. How other people feel about it, that's on them. Especially the bailiff. It sounds like she has a little on her chest. So yeah, I'm just saying it's not for everybody. But I have 3 sons, and I don't want my sons to follow in any of the footsteps that Tyrese is doing as far as him making all these different families. But when it comes to when he's ready to pay for his children, I don't think that he should be just spending abundant amount of money on child support. It should be fair, and I don't feel like he's getting a fair chance. So my defense is the court system is at fault here, and he is just being a pawn in that. The defense rests.
I would also like to say before prosecution goes that those leaders he called upon that he wanted in court with him did not show up to be in court with him whatsoever. He went in on his own lonesome.
Yeah, because they already fought a good fight on their thing. They don't need to be fighting this. They need for people in his peers to stand up for him. And not a lot of them are doing it either, because the court system is a really tough thing to do. So I'm gonna give Tyrese kudos from me for doing it. Now, do I appreciate him people thinking he's ducking and dodging his child support? No. But if he's really trying to fight the system, and there is a system, then I'm here for that.
That $300,000 that if that child support was from him ducking and dodging the system.
Exactly.
Now, if he's doing that, that's not what I'm here to defend. I'm here to defend the fact that sometimes you need to revise the court issued child support, and the court system does get it wrong. So if he's fighting that battle, you got the right outfit on for him. We appreciate it.
We're twins.
Oh, and with that being said, before the prosecuting attorney goes, I need you all to go ahead and make sure you are liking the videos. We like when the math matches. Okay, we like when the math matches. So like the videos on across all channels. I apologize. Prosecuting attorney, are you ready for your closing statement?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. This has been an eventful evening. But what I'm here to do this evening is take a man down. Not just any man, a bald alleged man. And that's what I intend to do. I think here throughout the court tonight, it has been proven that Mr. Cryrese Gibson is a menace to society, and he needs to be taken off the streets immediately.
Immediately.
Nothing is safe with Cryrese Gibson loose on the streets. Coca-Cola isn't safe. Genuine obviously isn't safe.
Dang.
The deceased Black leaders aren't even safe. The court system is not safe. Mulatto women's coochies are definitely not safe. And as the expert witness shown tonight, the Black Panthers are not safe. No one's safe on the streets with this imposter running around. He is a clown, and he needs to be retired and sat down. Please, I beg of you, jury, find this man guilty. Save mulatto charcuterie boards across the world. Please. Mulatto coochies matter.
Oh my God.
I rest my case.
Are you sure?
And with that being said, there are 2 fines that I need to issue.
MCM. Mulatto coochies matter. Come on, stand with me, y'all. MCM. They matter. They are not safe. You know, you gotta. It's hard to find a good mulatto coochie.
And with that being said, I do have fines to issue. Tea Talk with your girl. I thank you for coming into night court tonight, but you were late, extremely late. And with that being said, we find you $4 quadrillion, okay, and 99 cents. And unfortunately, you know how the people are when the wings get served in court. There is none. And the court is full, so you must sit on the wooden chairs that was purchased. They are antique. They come from 1867. Don't sit down too hard, as they might break, okay? And they all are a little wobbly.
It's from the Civil Rights Movement.
Apologize for that. Ray all day. You are late as well. We're going to find you another 4 quadrillion. Look like y'all going to be getting sandwich, meatballs, and pasta next week for court, okay, with all of these fines, okay. And unfortunately, the only thing we have left to drink is warm waters that have not been able to be put in the cooler, so you will be drinking room temperature water. I hope you like it like that. Extra Smoke Dragon, we thank you for coming in court.
Another one.
And you know I love you. However, you are late. And with that being said, we fined you to $5 quadrillion and 99 cents. We like pennies. You pay your fines in the form of likes across all platforms. Okay, that is how you pay your fines to the court. Also, for being so late, all of you who came in, you all will only be able to get 2 wings, a half a meatball, and 1 macaroni on your plate next week. And we will just give you the bread with the mayonnaise. And with that being said,
The bread with the man.
this case goes to the jury. Put 1 in the chat for guilty, 2 in the chat for not guilty. Remember these tears. Your tears are just temporary. Little while, won't have to cry no more. Come on, Paul Martin. Sing it with me. And I won't have to cry no more. Till 3 months from now for Tyrese. I won't have to cry no more. Remember to get your premium Candace Diller tissue, premium cotton.
You gotta give us
for the Lord.
cry no more. You don't have to cry no more.
Do y'all
And
know
with
how
that
hard it is
being
to stay
said,
still?
karma is always
Extra.
always extra. Always
Stay
extra.
ready for me.
Always got to go against the grain. And with that being said, guilty. The decision is unanimous that Cryrese is guilty. And now with those
That's a
same
menace.
tears that you cried.
MCM. Now we're gonna save mulatto coochies everywhere. They're going to be saved.
And
It is
please
now
note,
time for the sentencing of Cryrese
Tim,
Gibson.
can you sit?
please note that the chairs are from the civil rights movement, so do not sit too hard in them.
Yes,
If
we
you
got
s-
those in honor of this case.
If
And with
the sentencing
that being said, we're now here at the sentencing phase for Cryrese Gibson. Cryrese Gibson, I sentence you to not only pay the money that the court was ordered from you, but I also sentence you to get rid of the Benihana in your backyard. You will now only be able to eat great value version of ramen. That is what you deserve. We also sentence you to Vaseline your head down to your toes because we're tired of seeing you look ashy. I also sentence you to stop calling upon ancestors for the foolery that you created. Get a vasectomy. You should have got one from the beginning if you did not want to have kids. Okay, you have to pay to play, and you played with the pussy, and now you're. That's just what it is. You would not owe late fees and extra court fines to your lawyer had you been paying on time. You rather make cutie here rich than to support your child financially. Speaking on what the woman has money, the woman also has to pay rent, lights, water, and it's not just hers. Your child needs these things as well. Had you been not falling all over the internet, giving us entertainment from your pretentious mental breakdowns because you're a spoiled little brat who still wants to be stuck on your mama titty and all the titties of the world instead of manning up and letting your balls drop. You would be there taking care of your child. Do not embarrass your child anymore with the foolishness of flying kites, sending pigeons with messages on their ankle, putting messages in a bottle, and nothing else for your child. Be responsible. You do not get to use the excuse of being broke because even during the panorama, sir, you still had money within your account. Not like the unfortunate people who live everyday life, everyday laborers and everyday workers. So to sit up here and say you're broke, I'm sorry, $2 million, $3 million is not broke. How about you stop hiding under the guise of, oh, I didn't shoot a movie this week. I sentence you to open up a 529 for your account for your children as well. And that is money for their educational benefits. So when they go to college, they'll be able to have books because they will not qualify for financial aid.
Your courtship?
They will be able to support themselves. Yes, ma'am. Also, I sentence you to have a proofreader before you put out another book and learn how to spell. I sentence you to buy some leapfrogs and start at kindergarten level and work up. I also sentence you to learn critical thinking skills. You cannot walk around here claiming to be broke and then go and buy Rolls Royces for children who cannot.
Your courtship?
Yes, ma'am.
I would also like to point out, if he's not a member of the union, he maybe didn't get these residuals. But if he is a SAG carrying card member, then he was definitely getting all the residuals off of Baby Boy being played, and not just on BET, because during the pandemic it was played on TNT, BET, TLC,
Bounce.
Bounce, Paramount, TV1, CBS, Fox, ESPN.
Not
We didn't even
ESPN.
know why it was on ESPN, but it was on ESPN. The pandemic was good to him in residuals. That's it. He is in the union.
And with that being said, I also sentence you, since you want to be so poor, I am going to take your house from you and I am going to sell it. All proceeds will be put in an escrow account where no one can touch it until both kids are of age. It will earn interest and the money will be split between both kids. And I sentence you to live in a 1-bedroom studio where the toilet does not work and you have to jingle it 5 times before you flush it and the water comes out rusty brown. With that being said, next case.
I hope he paid his lawyer.
We have drafted her account along with the fines that's being taken from the court to give to the children as well. Next case.
Maybe I've been waiting for this one. All Rise Messy Night Co. is bringing the man who got sued by his daughter because he lied and said she was sleeping with her cousin and she was not, and she won a judgment against him. We are talking about the man who wants to start back at 1 with just one biological child when he has a good 6 or 7 out there somewhere, and grandkids. We are with the man who says he just became a girl dad when he's had a daughter for over 20-something years. We are talking about the man who is out here saying that this little young lady from the mountain of the Caucasus is the best daughter that he could wish for in this world.
Please do not prosecute the case. Just
we are.
the case.
I'm presenting the man's names. I am talking about the man, Mr. Brian McKnight Sr., who wants to have a junior, but he already has a junior and a grandchild who has the same name. So, being a coon, I can't see a natty name right now. Being a coon while disowning his black kids for this white lady from the mountain of the Caucasus, 2 kids that probably don't even like him in the first place. Mr. Brian, don't nobody want you no more. Don't nobody want you no more. McKnight Sr.
There is no sliding into the court, Aunt Natty, and as much as you are the aunt of this court, it's going to pain me to find you, but finding you, we'll be able to get pasta salad, both hot and cold. And we may even be able to get a little crab meat, little shrimp, little crawfish upon our platters for next week in the court. There is no more wings. I also sentence you to trash duty from picking up the cocktails. And I just was informed that there is no more bottled water, room temperature or cold. So unfortunately, Aunt Natty, if you are thirsty, we're going to have to sentence you to faucet water. However, we do have the Abrita filter on it, so it will be filtered. It will be filtered faucet water, along with the fine of $5 quadrillion and 99 cents. And we take shiny pennies. If the pennies are dusty or rusty, we will not accept them. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney, are you ready with your opening statement?
Yes.
But you just got off of work. I sent out all notifications for forms to be sent to your job so that you can get paid for jury duty being late when you are a member of the jury and have already been sworn in.
Jamie slid in. Jamie's here.
Jamie. You're going to tiptoe in with your church finger up, my God. Jamie, we just got new cushion benches with massagers and foot warmers. You missed the wings. You missed the cocktails. Well, actually, they still have cocktails. However, coming in late, you are not able to get any cocktails. And since you are late today, you will not be able to enjoy or partake in the food or the cocktails for the next two night court sessions. However, you will be able to participate in the cleanup crew. I also sentence you to $20 quadrillion because you, as a distinct member of this court, know better. Please make sure you pay all of your fines to the court's billing clerks by liking all videos. And with that being said, yes, Extra Smoke Dragon, the court definitely accepts food stamps. We don't discriminate over here. We accept everything but powdered eggs and that powdered milk. We like real eggs over here. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney.
All of the wings are gone. Extra Smoke. All wings are gone.
No flats left.
Lemon pepper is gone too. Lemon pepper. You know these black people when there's wings. That's why I had to get ushers and waitresses to be out here pouring the drinks. And the court is providing Uber to all of the people who are on time and able to buy the drinks as well. Able to partake in the libations because all the drinks was free. The court will be supplying your Uber. Those of you know who you are. We see you, and Ubers have been ordered and on standby. We are paying the fees. Make sure you pick up your car from the court parking lot by 6. By noon, the court will start charging fees. And I'll give you all till 2 before I call the tow truck. Prosecuting attorney, are you ready with your opening statement?
Give me one hot sec.
Well, I hope you all took your house keys off of your keychains before you put them in the box for the court.
KMBJ, if your drink was not free, who charged you, girl? Put their name in the chat. Put a name on it because the court collected an exorbitant amount of fees the past few weeks, and we provided all the dark liquor, the light liquor, the mixed drinks, the mimosas. We even had mistletoes, and it's not Christmas time, with fresh cranberries in it, and we had fresh strawberries for the champagne. So who charged you? Who charged you, baby? Because I need to see. Are you going behind the court's back and collecting money?
I feel like I'm being lied on, but I'm not. I mean,
Cece, you out here being like Rocky?
You taking kickbacks off the
court?
You
out here taking kickbacks.
I'm in the court and I plead the fifth.
My sister Cutie. Oh God.
There is no brown liquor surcharge, and I even bought I need y'all to be on time because y'all know when I said we had Incredible Hulk, the whole lot of people went over to the mixed drink line. Prosecuting attorney, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
She wasn't ready at first, Yana, because she was over there getting her cash out from that drink that she sold. That's ridiculous.
Send a cash app, y'all. Do what the bailiff say, y'all. She ordering y'all to send me a cash app.
No, I'm not. She already got it.
I heard it.
With that being said, prosecuting attorney, go ahead with your opening statement.
Good evening, Your Honor, your courtship. Good evening to the defending attorney, the bailiff, all the jurors, everyone in the chat, playback gang included. We are here to bring one Brian Kelly McKnight to the court. He is guilty of being not only a deadbeat dad, but a deadbeat grandfather. Not only a deadbeat dad and a deadbeat grandfather, he is a deadbeat person. He not only has he not shown up for his adult children, his firstborns, his 2 sons and his daughter, he also has been sued from such daughter. Her name is Brianna, who is probably named after him. Brianna, hello. But okay, he's not even going to claim her, but what he is claiming that she was having some sort of sexual something going on with a family member, which I'm not going to say is not true, but in her words, it is not consensual. We will go with that. So he has been sued. That started in 2020, and she has just been awarded because he has defamed her character. And we're not going to defame his character. We are going to just present facts today. The fact is that this Brian Kelly McKnight says that his wife is the first love of his life. That would exclude his first two wives that he had before that wife. That would exclude the children that he had. He also has stated, this Brian Kelly McKnight, he has stated that his music up until 2017 when he met his wife, her name is Aset, I think it's Leilani.
Yes.
Leilani McKnight, he married her in 2017 or so. He says that his music had no meaning up until he met said lady. So he is also telling the court that up until that time, that those songs that we love and hold dear to our heart, they meant nothing. They were a shell of music. And only the music from 2017 up until right now, which don't even ask me what song that it could be, but he said those are the songs that are really, that he's wrote all about his said wife, who is of the Caucasian persuasion, or what we like to call Wonder Bread here.
She's Blasian. I mean, not Blasian. She's Asian.
She's all the way Asian, because on the picture she looks a little both.
She's Mexican.
She's Mexican.
She is Latina.
That's what she is?
Mendoza.
No, I'm looking at the picture right now.
Leilani Malaya Mendoza.
Or Mendoza will give me some Latina. Well, the picture here, I don't know if you guys can see that picture.
Look like she done had more than some black up in her. She done had some in the blue.
Her children do look a little Asian by the eye. So whatever she is not of
She's
African,
Guatemalan, Ecuadorian.
she's not of African descent, but the children that he has that are his biologically, that are African descent, he disowns them. He says it's estranged, when all the while we all know that he abandoned his children. That is the word we want to use in the courtroom today. He's abandoned his children. And we don't take fond to that, especially when you are going to accuse said African-American child that you had, to accuse her of having a relationship with a family member is just unheard of. And we're going to rest here because I don't want to overwhelm the jurors or you, your courtship. I just want you to understand. Now, if we were going to say anybody is a menace to society, it will be Mr. Brian Kelly McKnight. And the prosecution rests.
And with that being said, defense attorney,
Yes.
are you ready to present your opening case for Brian Start Back at None McKnight?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Good evening again, jurors. I'm here to defend this frivolous case. This case against my client, the world-renowned singer Brian McKnight, is ridiculous. This case needs to be thrown out. Listen, I'm here right now fixing my shoulder brace because my shoulder is messed up. Once I get this fixed and I get a new shoulder, do you think I'm going to look back to the old shoulder?
You know what?
No. I'm going to be happy with my new shoulder. That old shoulder could kick rocks. Listen, my client has definitely moved on. He's moved on. He has a new life with Leilani Malia Mendoza. This is a Latina. She's almost black. This woman has came into my client's life and showed him a new love. Have you ever heard Stephanie Mills? I never knew love like this before. He never knew love like this before. This Latina has came down to him with her sazon and her adobo. She has came with him and she came with him all the spices, mommy. You don't know, and we don't even know if she's Latina, Ecuadorian, Czechoslovakian, Russian. She could be Mexican. She could have brought him avocado. I don't know. But whatever she did, she made Brian McKnight a new man. Have you seen his new smile? He must have more than 32 teeth now. He only had 32 teeth with his old wife. Now he has at least 50. His smile has never been so bright and so wide. Yeah, he has new kids that he called, the better version. But he doesn't need those old kids. Who wants old kids?
Oh, Jesus.
Those kids are used. What? When you go to the hospital, do you ask for used kids? He's getting recycled kids. The kids that he have with his wife is recycled. They're not used. Technically, Latina kids, they become recycled. What? Gosh. And just to end it all, listen to her name, Leilani. It sounds spicy, caliente.
First of all, that is.
Would you rather be married to a Leilani or a Julie?
Leilani is
Julie just sounds old and tired and through. Those kids. Julie's old. The kids are old. Brian McKnight is on a new path. When everyone is wanting people to change. Why don't you change? Why don't you become a new person? Out with the old, in with the new. And when he finally does it, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Yes.
This man is trying to live his best life with these new recycled kids. Yes, he doesn't have time for the old used black ones. He has new recycled Latino ones. These kids are bilingual. These kids can get him into Mexican restaurants. These kids can do a lot more for him than his regular black kids. Jesus. He wanted to spice things up. He did the hot sauce.
Oh God.
Now he wants the sazon. Because he was so soon, he don't know Aunt Jemima no more. He's straight adobo now. So if he doesn't look back to us as as the black community, we should be happy. We should be happy that we got him off our hands. I think he needs to be celebrated, and we need to store parade. And you have to be careful.
What the parade for?
People to change.
Baby.
To get something new, because they may just forget about you.
What is the parade for?
The parade is because he's out of our community. Now we have flushed him out.
Oh God.
He's out of there. Now he's a Latino. He's an honorary Latino now. He's Latino. This woman, this Leilani, it sounds spicy. This is what he wanted, that was adobo. Who wants bland food? When you cook with adobo, you don't even need any other seasoning.
Say adobo again.
Adobo.
Oh shoot. I ain't never gonna say adobo regular no more.
Next year. He doesn't even say year anymore. He said year. Next year, he's going to be like Sammy Sosa. You saw how light-skinned Sammy Sosa became.
Oh God.
That's about to be Mr. McKnight. Or sir, I say Mr. McLight. That's about to be him, okay? His name is going to be Brian McLight. This is a whole new man. This is not it. Actually, I have a recording. He's remixing songs, and I actually have an alleged recording. This was allegedly recorded. You know, he's working on new music. He's trying to record new things, and let me make sure I got the right thing, because you know this man has been working. Man has been doing nothing but working, and I think I have it right here. I think this was it. Wait, is it? Oh, well, we got to start this over. We got to go back.
I'm scared.
Scared as hell.
I'm shivering.
Is this a song that we can play? It's not copyrighted.
It's Mace, you know it's her.
I'm a deadbeat dad too.
This is it doesn't even know.
With my ass 3, I'm really going outside 4. Now, what's that other shit I was supposed to say about these kids? I don't give a damn about. I don't give a damn about them black kids. I have new Latinas.
That was the remix.
Told y'all.
I'm a deadbeat dad too. Someone needs to whip my ass 3. I'm really going outside 4.
This is the remix. It's going to be out on Spotify and all streaming services. This is the remix.
No,
called I Never Gave a Damn at 1. That's what it's called. And this is the remix. This man is out here working. He has a new family, a new life. He doesn't know them.
God.
And as far as these allegations about what he allegedly said about his daughter, he don't know that. He don't know. He don't know how he goes. How can he even he knows nothing about her anymore. He doesn't know these children. And I don't even know. Wait, I think we had the names. The Brian Jr. allegedly, Brianna
allegedly,
Nico, and Clyde. Look, the new Brian would never have a child named Clyde. So the new Brian would definitely, like, you already know what the new Brian. Look at him. Do you think he would have a son named Clyde?
He gonna rename him C Live. He gonna rename
his son name is Victor. His son name is Caesar. His son name is De Jesus. Okay, those are the type of names that he got kids named with, you know, when you say your tongue rolls. Those are the type of names, not Clyde. You know, Clyde, your tongue goes back. You need a roll. You know, his new life and his new kids, you roll it, not, you know, Clyde. Like, no. You don't know them
Why nigga jump back?
And I rest for now.
Baby, it's no Mace Monroe like this Mace Monroe. I don't care what nobody ever say in life.
It ain't no kids
Brian Manuel de Santos Ramirez.
That's Esperanza.
I'm saying, ain't no kids like new kids.
Brian
old kids. Ain't nobody got time for no old kids. Get out of here.
Wait, Nola, say it one more time.
Help me.
Nola, say it one more time.
Esperanza.
That new exclusive music. You heard it here first. Share it with your people.
We're trying to get your number 1 so he can pay
with your people. The new summer hit by Brian Back at None. And with that being said, prosecuting attorney, go ahead and present your case.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. So yes, defense attorney absolutely kind of proving my case that he is trying to go out with the old and in with the new. There's no such a thing, Cletus. Oh, your name is Brian. Okay. So check this out, Brian. We're not doing that. That's what we cannot do. We don't get to throw out children like garbage. We don't as much as you would like to do that. Just like you thought it was cool to have 2 Brian Jr., sir. You have a whole Brian Jr. who's an adult, who also had Brian the third. I'm thinking you gonna turn around and have a Brian Jr. with Leilani, like Brian Jr. don't exist, sir. Where they do that at, bruh?
It's Brian. His new son name is Brian.
No, it's spelled Brian. It's spelled Brian. Brian.
It's Brian. Es número 3.
Okay, but if it got Kelly on it too, and it's still the same name, they don't do that.
Y tú no Junior. He doesn't know. He doesn't.
He's
no habla inglés. No more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
What it is. So yes, Your Honor, we cannot let this man get away with just disowning his kids, and then not only disowning his kids, but then his oldest kid gonna have to take him to court, and the brothers have to take up for the sisters and say that their father abandoned them for said whatever nationality his new wife is. And I don't even think that has anything to do with it. This man is sick in the head. He needs to be put off the streets. There's no reason for him to do what he's doing. He looks crazy. And the fact that delusional, so the songs that we know have no meaning, Mr. McKnight, none whatsoever, until you met Leilani 2017. Are you nuts? Do you understand that Whitney Houston did the same thing and made me upset when she got on Oprah? Oh no, it might have been Diane. Yes, I'm going to bring it here. She
will
said,
not bring the late great Whitney Houston.
Yes, I am. I'm going to bring her up. I love her to death. Yes, I am.
Will find you.
I will, because until you hear the point, you cannot just stop me. Whitney says to us, everybody loves my music. Whitney says, everybody loves my music, but you don't know me. So in the words of what she said by that, I'm saying, so Brian McKnight, are you saying that up until 2017, you was nobody? You was a shell of a person? You were walking around here soulless or a black soul? You were like a non-fucking factor? Like, I'm trying to understand, sir, where were you? What are you saying? You wish you can erase your life up until you got to this new wife? Like, who does that? I think he needs to be put on a watch, Your Honor. He might be he might be need to be put on a 50-51 watch, because
you're saying he needs
a 51-50?
51-50, yes, because I don't think he has it all. I don't think Brian McKnight is in his right, capable mind to do anything, especially if he's accusing his daughter of having a relationship when she was said touched. That's a problem. And the fact that you take your new stepchildren and you treat them better than those children, that's a really big problem, sir. That's a really big problem, Brian. We having a really big problem with that. You should be put under the jail. You should be able to pay them for the rest of their lives. And he's also stated that he gave them everything. It's his fault. He gave them everything because he felt like they would like that, and if it was him, he would have did what he needed to do. So what you did is say you're going to give them what they want, but then you're going to take away from them, and now you're not going to have no relationship with them. It's just weird. I've never seen a case such as this one. So yes, I just want the jurors to understand that Brian McKnight is a menace to society. He is a menace to his children. He's also a menace to his stepchildren. They don't know it yet, but he's a menace to them as well. Prosecution rests.
Defense attorney, are you ready for your case?
Are we ready for her case?
Jesus, I don't know.
You're on mute, Mace, too.
She back there getting the adobo.
Maybe she's putting up the seasonings.
Yes.
Defense attorney, are you there? Or are you having a sidebar with your client? defense attorney, are you there?
Are you okay?
Yes, here. I'm here. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay. We are back. I am back here in defense of my client, Mr. Brian McKnight, better known as Brian McLight.
I'm so scared.
My client has been suffering his whole life. My client did not want to leave his life with a starter wife. You know what a starter wife is.
A starter wife.
The black wife that you marry before you know that you can get the Latina. That's a starter wife. Now that he knows what he can get, he's leaving everything behind. He said he doesn't know any black people anymore. He said he doesn't know them. He's an honorary white man / Latina now. This man has left Brian Jr. He has definitely left Brianna. He left Clyde. he didn't want nothing to do with Clyde at all. He was mad. And Nico, he tried to mess around with Nico because he thought the name would fit with his new life. But he said nope. It was too niggery.
Yeah, Nico was.
This man is on his way to make more great music. This man didn't even understand his music until he met Leilani, the spicy Latina. Like this man said, he never even knew how to love. Julia wasn't giving him what Leilani's giving him. He had to forget about Julia. And actually, because when he left Julia, he let her know that he wouldn't be back. He even wrote her a song as well. I have it.
Oh God, another song, Jesus.
This is the alleged recording that he left for Julia when he left to move on to his new life.
Not the alleged.
We have to go right to the beginning. Here we go.
That chicken sure smells good. One last fry. Leave it all behind. I need that chicken fried hard, extra crispy, fries on the side. One last fry. Before I leave you for tacos, enchiladas and some more. Before I hit the door, one last fry.
He actually asked Julia to give him the last fried chicken that he ever was going to have. And he wrote that song. It's entitled One Last Fry. He wanted his last fried chicken because he knew he wouldn't be back.
Can she be held
This
in
was over.
court?
This was the end. And he wasn't coming back. These kids knew that their father was gone. I don't know why they're trying to complain now. They're getting mad because he's with his new kids. His new wife, Leilani, made him a girl dad.
Oh God.
Yeah, Brianna was there, but like I said, those kids are old. Like, they're not Ziploc fresh. These kids are Ziploc fresh. These kids are cilantro fresh. These are the type of kids that people aspire to have. Brian McKnight is not wrong for forgetting his old family and forgetting those old kids. He doesn't want to be bothered with them. He wants a new life, new kids, a new music career. He's remixing all his songs because now he finally knows what real Latino love feels like. And he's never going back. He's forgot about those kids. And he shouldn't have to remember. What? Don't force him to remember. Don't. Let's move on. He has a new life, a new love, and new memories. He has amnesia, those kids. It's called dadnesia. It's when dads have amnesia about their prior kids. It's a syndrome. This man, he's living his best life. Can we just agree to let Mr. McKnight live? And rest my case.
Now I can rest my stomach muscles.
One last fry before he leaves it all behind. He had to put them out of his mind for the last time. One last fry. I think this song is going to be a hit.
Oh, child.
Baby.
With that being said,
Judge, can we go to the I'm sorry, special witness, are you going to be for the defense or the prosecution tonight?
You know the answer.
It's the prosecution.
Okay. I was going to let you go ahead and go on, and then I will do my closing remarks behind you.
For one, Brian, Julio,
that's what the courtship wants me to.
That's the way it goes, baby.
That's the way we would do it.
Okay.
Who I believe that statement was posed to your courtship. I'm about to find the bailiff.
What I do?
Go ahead, expert witness. We
We're
know
here.
you are here for the prosecution.
I have evidence.
And I'm going to get my one last fry.
One, Brian, Julio, Ricardo, Montoya, De La Rosa, Ramirez, McKnight. It's a deadbeat, okay? A straight up deadbeat. Okay, no ifs, ands, or big ass butts about it, okay? Because I got a big butt, but not even my big butt can defend the fact that he's a deadbeat. Okay? Let me take out these glasses so I can be right here with it. So I can be here with it. First of all, the defense is talking about she's a spicy Latina. She's a spicy. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's Hawaiian, Filipino, and palm colored. Okay.
She's a spicy Hawaiian.
No.
She a Hawaiian roll.
Oh, those Hawaiian rolls are good. I would never go home either.
Secondly,
forget them kids. Give me Hawaiian rolls.
Secondly, Miss Girl, the new wife, is a pediatric neurophysiologist. She has dedicated her life, or so she says, to taking care of children who have brain abnormalities. But if you've dedicated your life to taking care of children and you married a man who had children prior to y'all getting together, why is it that you have allowed or you continue to lay next to and procreate with a man who treats his children like they are scum of the earth and that he low-key wishes and is giving off that he, maybe wish them kids were never born? Okay. Secondly, or thirdly, Clyde, that's not his child. Clyde is not his child. Clyde is not the first wife's child. We don't even know who Clyde is. Okay. Clyde is not claimed on Wikipedia. Clyde is not claimed down to the Google. Clyde is not claimed like the other 3 children. He don't claim down to his Instagram. Okay. He doesn't claim his biological black children on his Instagram. He claims her daughter, her son, the child they had that passed away in infancy, and the new child. Mind you, said new child, the pregnancy was announced on the first Brian McKnight Jr.'s birthday. They announced this pregnancy on Brian McKnight Jr.'s, the first one, the black one, his birthday. Okay? Which, had his brother Nico, because the children he had with Julie, I'm not sure what her name is. Okay, I just know she's the first wife, the black lady. She had Brian McKnight Jr. and Nico McKnight. And it says, and I quote, any of my family on the McKnight side that is still in contact with my dad, let him know that he is the biggest narcissistic, sociopathic a-hole for posting all of that shite on BJ's B-Day. I know you've seen how spiteful he's been since the falling out, and I'm really tired of it. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, so when you see him, if you see him, because he don't fool with us, and he definitely don't fool with y'all. Please let him know I said this. Thanks. Okay, gotta get back to my job he told y'all I didn't have. Mind you, he claimed that his older children didn't have jobs and that they were lazy and he wasn't going to take care of them anymore. First and foremost, you fired them from the band. They were in your band. You were touring, they were your band. Brian McKnight Jr. had the voice, an amazing voice. He didn't get it from Brian McKnight Sr. He actually got it from his mama, the first wife, the black wife. She is a vocalist.
Black wife.
She's a vocalist. His vocals come from her.
He ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. His vocal capabilities, he gets it from her. You fired those children out of the band. They were working. Because every show you had, they were there. You fired them and then claimed that they didn't have any jobs and that they were lazy and you weren't going to take any care of any grown adults. They're 30 and 27. They're not 12. Not taking care of any grown adults, but you were taking care of Leilani's grown adults. You bought the stepdaughter a car, a Mercedes, a brand new Mercedes off the lot, and said, you know, I now know what it means to be a girl dad. You made me a girl dad when you have a daughter. Speaking of said daughter, you cheated on your first wife with the daughter's mother. And unlike most people, the first wife actually treated your daughter like she was her own. She still goes up for that child. Well, you know, not even a child. She's a grown adult, but she's 22 now. Well, she's 21 going on 22. She still goes up for her. She still loves her. She still takes care of her. And you did it as a response to your daughter letting the world know just how trash you are. On top of the fact that you, in the same video when you were talking about your sons being grown adults and how they were lazy and they just wanted you to pay for stuff, you insinuated, not even insinuated, you said out of your own mouth that your daughter had a incestuous sexual relationship with her 18-year-old male cousin, and that you called CPS and you called her mother, and that her mother decided to cut off all contact with you. But your daughter said, now we can't confirm nor deny if, you know, because some people are reporting that it was abuse and some people are reporting that, you know, it didn't happen. But what we do know is defamation and liable, and that's what your daughter went to court and sued you for. And then you decided to be even spiteful and hateful even more and told them to broaden up the spectrum of what her sexual relationships were with different people. And she had to run down her entire sexual history in front of judges, lawyers, and anybody else that was up in that room. However, she sued you and won. You thought she was doing something, but she sued you and she won. It's been mentioned before that he did say that he never liked anyone until he met his current wife. Look at that. There go Nico, Brian McKnight Jr., Brian McKnight Sr., and the black wife, Julie. A whole ebony spread on the cover. Y'all see? That's ebony. A whole spread.
That family is expired.
It did.
That's an expired family. Is no longer Ziploc fresh.
Defense attorney.
I object, Your Honor. I object.
Defense attorney, I'm going to ask that you refrain from speaking, or I will hold you in contempt of court.
He named the new child that was born this year Brian McKnight Jr., even though it's already a Brian McKnight Jr. and there is a Brian McKnight III, seen as Brian McKnight Jr., the original that's featured on this cover with his brother, his deadbeat daddy, and his mama, has two children, a son, that's the third, and a daughter that you don't actually have any relationships with if you let your children say it, okay? He's a colorist. He's anti-black. He thinks that is okay. He thinks that it is okay with, like, everything's okay what he's doing to his children because he never missed a child support payment. He feels like, oh yes, this is Julie giving love to Brianna, the child that was born during her marriage because her husband decided to step out. Yes, this is Julie giving love and showing love to Brianna because even though she did not give birth to her, she still considers that child her daughter. But he feels as if that he can say and do whatever he wants to his children Why? Because he never missed a child support payment. This was the post that was made on Brian McKnight Jr.'s birthday, which then had Nico very upset. Because why are you announcing a pregnancy on the birthday of your son?
And named him after the child. That's so trifling.
Released a song teaching, and in quotations, teaching women how to, use their vaginas. You can't teach a woman how to use her vagina because you don't have one. This man is... Also, going back to the daughter of the situation of insinuating or saying these things about this alleged relationship that he claims she had with a cousin. At the time, she was very much a minor, which would have meant automatic jail time for anyone who was covering anything up. Yes, yes, yes. Also, if I can bring it up, I will. But if I can't, most of what is being said online, coming from the children, is that he was never there for them. He never made any time for them. They really got close when they worked for him, but even then, it did not give what it was supposed to give. And when it came to his daughter, he let it be known that she was a part of his new family for a while. And then that's when he threw out everything about this alleged relationship with her cousin. He was just looking for a reason to get rid of all his children because, like most male R&B singers that we have, seen from the 90s, it was okay to be with a black woman then, but he needed something else. He needed something different, and he did. But back to that wife, I'm not understanding how you can lay next to this man and he's doing all these things and saying all these things about his children. But I guess it's okay as long as he's taking care of you and yours and buying cars and big houses and so on and so forth. But hey, that was Brian McKnight, the deadbeat of all deadbeats, okay? And a lot of people said, as he's announcing his tour because he's going on tour, if you don't want your black kids, you don't want my black dollars. And that is all.
I believe we do have some audio. Please let the court know if you can hear this audio.
We can't hear anything so far.
I hear nothing. This audio is just him during letting everyone know that all of the music he made before 2017, all of it meant nothing. That all of it meant nothing. And that his albums that he released after he met and married his wife are the most meaningful things ever. That the music before was just mathematical and it had no real meaning to it. Well, I'll say this. You had to like your wife, the first one. You had to like her enough to not only marry her in 1990, but also give her 2 children and stayed married up until 2003. Now, I figure you stopped liking her around the time you decided to step out of that marriage sometime around 2000 to 2001 when your daughter was born. And 2003 when y'all got a divorce. But you liked that lady enough to have 2 children with her and be on the cover of Ebony in matchy outfits giving we are family. I got all my sisters and brothers with me. We're a family like a giant tree reaching out to the sky. We're a family. We're so much more than just you and I. You had to like her back then, you low rent, low budget, big-headed batch. That is all.
How you really feel?
The audio is not working. But with that being said,
only thing we needed. What he is again, expert witness?
A low budget, bottom of the barrel, non-thinking, big-headed. You should have stopped trying to get rid of the gray, but you were allowing it to come in because I guess that woman allows you to be your true self. Anti-black, colorist, low budget, low vibrational, haven't had a hit since Still at One, and we don't want to see you no more. Big-headed batch. And once again, like the people have been telling you all up and through the Facebook streets, if you don't want your black children, you don't want our black dollars. And let's be clear, you never actually crossed over to the palm-colored people enough to sell out a concert. Know that. You never actually crossed over into a different audience, because no palm-colored person is playing any of your music at their wedding. Most of them don't even know who you are, and they're only getting to learn who you are based off what's happening on Twitter. Most of them, since this has been going down, who's Brian McKnight? Your Uber Eats driver. You brought the Uber Eats to your house and, saw that the house was big and was like, well, who is this person? And then when they looked you up, they found all of this. You are not Ed Sheeran. You are not Adele. You was not Beyonce. You was not Marvin Gaye. You was not the Spinners. Shout out to them. They're going in the Hall of Fame. You are not Earth, Wind, or the Fire. You're not Lionel Richie. You're not the Isley Brothers. You're not a Kevin Hart. You're not a Mike Epps. You're not a Tyrese, because even white people know who Tyrese is. You're not Genuine. Everybody know Pony. Everybody know that, okay? All the white people be dancing to Pony when in the strip clubs. Okay?
Shout out to Magic Mike.
You're not none of the people. You're not Queen Latifah.
What?
You're none of them. You're not Martin. All the white people know who Martin is. Just because you did one episode don't mean they know you. You're not
that is one of my favorites, though.
You're not Tashina Arnold. You're not even Tommy. And Tommy didn't have no job. You're none of them. You didn't cross over like you wanted to or expected to. And you thought you had it in when you decided you was going to do all this colorist BS and be anti-black. But once again, I'm here to tell you, if nobody's told you before, if you don't want your black children, you don't want our black dollars, sit at home and become an uncle or auntie or whoever you're supposed to become a pawpaw and raise them little kids that you continue to have with that woman. And you stay off any TV shows, award shows, or anything else that is going to require us to see you. You stay off of Instagram too. We don't want it no more. Stay off of Instagram.
He's the improper influence.
And when they call for any R&B medleys for award shows, which will be after the writer's strike because the writers are needed to make the jokes, don't accept, because we don't want you. You are to not accept those invitations. You are to sit and if they, at any point, if they try to honor you, you cannot accept an honor, because what are we honoring? A deadbeat? There's many deadbeats that have been honored. There are many deadbeats that have been honored, but what we will not is honor a deadbeat who is anti-black, who's colorist, and who's decided that his black children weren't worthy of his low vibrational time and has done everything to beat those children down. And you will be paying some therapy bills, you broke batch.
Yes, you better tell her. She rests.
I need everybody to light up the chat right now. I need y'all to put your fire in the chat, because the expert witness has stolen my name today and gave us the read of all reads upon this man. A hashtag unite, because he was unite. We learned everything that he
was not.
Okay, today.
He better not accept that.
And they still a little upset with him for smacking somebody in front of all them white people. But he's still out here making movies. He still got an Oscar. You're not even Will Smith. And the white people was upset with the smack heard around the world. You're not Chris Rock. You're nobody. You didn't cross over. Let it go. Thinking you still got them vocal capabilities when you sound like who did it and why.
Do you have another thing? Are you sure you're good?
It's the face for me.
Prosecuting attorney, are you ready to go with your closing statement?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
I am sure. As the expert witness has already stated, all the you nots. we are hashtagging you not because you are not gonna get away with anything tonight, Mr. McKnight. You not gonna get away with anything this evening. I just want to have a little sidebar. It's not even a sidebar, it's a sidebar for everybody to hear. You know, California cutie always have a cutie California Hollywood story. You know, not even met Brian McKnight. He used to play basketball with my older kid's father, where we used to go play basketball at. And when you guys said it was the early 90s or 90 when he met his wife and all this stuff, I was like, oh, okay, that kind of explains how I felt like he was kind of arrogant. Or that he thought, he was, I understood he had a single or he had music out. And the park that we would play at, that it was in Chevy Hills is the name of the Chevy Hills Park is the park that he played at. And he played there a few times, seen him a few times. And he would play with my kid's father and play basketball. And I always remembered him because I felt like he always felt like we were there to see him, or like, oh yeah, they here. No, bruh, got a baby father. He's playing basketball with you. So he is kind of arrogant. Then I just, how some people, it wasn't crowded. It was a family park. I just always felt like he wasn't friendly enough. That was my take. I just feel like I seen you on enough times for you could just be like, hey, or hello, or whatever. So it's just so funny to me that he's at this stage of his life and where he is with it. But anyway, getting back to cutting his head off, he is definitely guilty of not seeing through his full fatherhood, his full fathership, his full potential of being a father and a grandfather, on top of the fact that you named two of your sons the same name as in Junior. Like I said, like that's more guilty than anything. That's stupidity. That's mental problems. And the fact that the wife did that, girl, go sit yourself down with your whatever name you have. Even though, I love the name Leilani. I'm just saying, go sit yourself down, little lady. Go sit yourself down. Because that's not even cool. You should have been like, but isn't your other son named Woo Wop? That's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to be like, but honey, but babe, with your light skin, I'm light skinned because I'm black. But yo, white self, you supposed to be like, but honey, isn't your other son named Brian McKnight Jr.? And he's supposed to say to you, honey, you're right. Maybe we should switch up the middle name. That's what you're supposed to do. So both of y'all can go to y'all both can go to HEL. Okay? Y'all both can go there because that's a slap in the face to that son who has your grandson. You just slapped him all in his face. And I can't wait for him to do it back to you. It's coming, bruh. It's coming. Best believe. I got 5 kids. I got 8 in total with my bonus children. Bruh, telling you, coming for your neck. You think this courtroom came for you? When them real kids get in your face and really tell you about yourself, I would let it be a fly on the wall, bruh. That's what I will say. He's so guilty. He's guilty of everything that we said this evening. Like we said, he is a deadbeat dad. He's a deadbeat grandfather. He hasn't made any great music in a very long time.
He's a cheat.
He's just dead.
And even if he did, I don't think anybody would support it at this moment, since he's only making music for his wife. So he should just stick to doing that on YouTube or on any other platform. Don't make no music for us. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We're out. Like we don't care no more. We're done with you. And I don't believe in cancel culture. I just won't buy your music. It's not a cancel culture. If you're on a TV show and I'm not about to be, oh my gosh, he's on. I'm not doing none of that. So I have nothing to do with that. All I'm saying is, bruh, you guilty for what you in court for today. And I ain't got to say nothing else. I'm going to rest on that, period. That's it.
California, hey, you know how to cuss out. California.
I think somebody was at the park.
What
somebody met you? You met that lady.
Girl, first of all, you wasn't even a high caliber and at all, bro.
He's never been cute. I ain't never heard nobody.
Ain't never been. He was tall and skinny. He was tall and skinny, so that was right a little bit before he did Martin too. So, because this was after my daughter was born. She was born in '92. So I'm just saying it was in that time frame. And when Martin was hot, my daughter was 2. She didn't even know that Martin Lawrence was saying Martin, because my daughter name is Chrislyn, like Chrislyn in the chat. So I used to just say Chrislyn. She didn't even know it said Martin.
So she was all her life like, that's my song.
She did not know it said Martin at all. It was Chrislyn.
Now, with that being said, peace to just give me 1 second, please, and I'll answer your question. Peace to Mateo. I'm going to have to give you a fine. It's going to be a mild fine, but I'm going to have to give you a fine at this because you have sat in this chat and disrespected every man who is mid across the world. Okay, this man been looking the same age as my grandpa for all of these years. There's no way in hell he is mid. And for this, I sentence you to only be able to have a one baby shower, unwedded baby shower meatball, one unwedded sandwich, and I'm gonna let you get 2 macaroni and 1 shrimp out the pasta, and I am going to find you $4 billion. See, it's mild. It's mild because everybody else has been quadrillion tonight. I'm going to find you $4,275,719,333.19 because that is absolutely ridiculous for you to disrespect the entire world full of people like that.
You don't got
okay, and back to
the aunties. You talking feisty now? I gotta find you feisty.
Hold on. I was gonna say your courtship. I was gonna say this. The only reason that the aunties was going up for him in '97 is because of sister and him dancing with Tia when he was her teacher's assistant, and he, as the teacher's assistant, even though it was a TV show, shouldn't have been up there dancing with no child. Kissing, singing, touching, no student. Okay? That's how you get fired. Okay? Liabilities all up and through there. That's the only reason they went up with him. Maybe he had a little song back then, but you know, it was the time where you had the black R&B singers get on the black TV show.
Feisty said it was her. She said the aunties. And I need Princess to come. I need Princess to get a fine because I know he like my kind now, but in '92 he was dating black girls, all black girls.
In '92,
and I'm gonna say this: these are the same aunties that was listening to Betty Wright that say having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. When it is truly 100% better to have no man, no woman at all than to have a piece of something. Because the piece of something that
Betty said it was an old lady sitting under a tree that called her over, and she said,
I don't want a piece of nothing.
May not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. But love is the flower. It needs the sun and the rain. A little bit of pleasure is worth a whole lot of pain.
No, no, it's not either. And with that being said, defense attorney, are you ready with your closing statement, Lord?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm ready, Your Honor. I am ready, Your Honor. Maria, come here. Because I have an update in the corrections. Maria, thank you.
We ready.
Okay. Brian McKnight has a Leilani Mendoza. I have a Maria Sanchez. Okay, we have an update right here. We have found out that Leilani is not Latina. She is Hawaiian. Okay. Anyway, okay, but that even goes to show how deeper his forgetfulness will be. Have you ever tasted a Hawaiian roll? You don't want to go back after. You cannot eat regular bread after you done had a Hawaiian roll. It's so soft, it's so delicious, and so sweet.
They say nobody have to do this with you.
Leilani is like a Hawaiian roll. That is self-explanatory. Like, we don't even need. We could close the case right now since we found out she was a Hawaiian roll. But
not she a Hawaiian roll.
We're gonna pause it right there, and we're gonna bring it right back in. This man has been dating Black women, but thinking about the persuasion for a long time. My co-counsel had stated that she met Brian McKnight in the park, and see, this was before you met the old Brian. That's the old Brian. This new Brian wouldn't even recall meeting you. He's a new he's a new man, and he's forgotten about his old life. Should we be angry with this man because he forgot about his old life?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Yes.
Don't you want to forget about your old life and grab a Hawaiian roll? Don't you wish that you could just reach into that soft, smushy orange bag, pull out one of those delicate delights?
No.
Because you have to squeeze the roll first to make sure it's not, because you don't want to get a stale roll. You got to squeeze it. He squeezed Leilani. It was nothing but soft, sweet goodness that came out of it. And he said he couldn't get this goodness from anywhere else. Those kids need to get over it. He has a new Brian. He doesn't know those kids anymore. They need to just accept it and realize that they don't know their father anymore. This is a whole different man. This is Brian McLight. This is a whole new man. So
what's his name?
Brian McLight. You have to say it like that. Brian McLight. You see, you have to dip. You couldn't say that with Clyde. Clyde McLight. That don't even
Clyde is not his child.
Clyde, you're right. Clyde is not his child anymore.
No, Clyde was never his child.
Right. You're right. They were never his kids.
No, Clyde was never his child.
Look,
Brian.
He doesn't know Julia. He doesn't know Clyde. He doesn't know Brian Alleged Jr. He doesn't know Brianna. This man has a new light and a new life. This man is living. I was going to say he was living La Vida Loco, but he's living Hawaiian bread stuff. He's full. This is a full man. When you eat 3 to 4 of those Hawaiian breads, you get really full. So this is really self-explanatory. Once Maria had checked in and told me that Leilani was Hawaiian, I said, I rest my case. I rest my case. Leave this man alone. This man, so what? He lost the lawsuit against his daughter. He been dismissed her. He said because she was loose, allegedly, and she couldn't be trusted. So this is why, she was been dismissed, especially after the lawsuit. He didn't know her past litigation. He stopped knowing her around litigation. That's when he stopped knowing her.
Oh, Lord.
But this man has a new wife, a new light, new children, a new smile.
He needs to keep that.
This man never knew love like this before.
Don't you bring stuff.
So Leilani came through his door. This man is happy, and we shouldn't try to deter a Black man from being happy. This is a Black man that is happy with his Hawaiian rolls. He said those kids was expired. He said those kids' shelf life date was up.
That's shelf life.
He said those kids was laying around like the canned goods in the back of your cabinet. Just old, tired. And so you can't mess with the canned goods that's in the back of the cabinet. That's so you don't know if it's safe or not. So you just leave it there for decoration.
Somebody get a.
These kids are back of the cabinet food. They're Passovers. You see how the Lord passed over the houses? When they put the blood of the this is how Brian is passing over the children. He's doing the Lord's work.
God.
When he passes over his children, this is why they made Passover. They were talking about Brian.
I'm going to hell with you now.
Oh my God.
Brian is just following the holy tradition. Jesus, pass me by. Lord, pass me by. He passed them kids by. He don't know them anymore. That's it. And I think he needs to be set free. Just let him go. We need to let him go and let him live his life as a Hawaiian roll eater. We need to just let him go. I rest my case. Let him go.
Hawaiian roll eater.
That nigga's a munch.
And the words of that song is, Lord, do not pass me by. Not Lord, pass me by.
He remixed that too.
We don't want him to remix another song. We want him to stop because he is not that girl.
Yes, Melissa.
He's about to do Brian McLight gospel.
Yes, that's the lowercase God. He serves the lowercase God, like Melissa just said, not the capital letter God.
I can't.
You say he served Jesus Jr.?
You not know Avant? Even white people know Avant.
He said he know Jesus Jr., but he don't know Brian Jr.
Your court.
Now Jesus, he knows.
The court,
he don't know Brian. He don't know.
Court have
his
a
to you.
Hello, thank versus fried corn. I'm done. Get off.
The court have a request for
We got a lot of requests.
Lord have mercy.
the court does have a request not featuring
Tasha.
Right.
It's a piece in the pot. Well,
The court does have a request. The judge would like to weigh in on that remix. One last fry. One more time while the jury deliberates.
Y'all want it to go one more again?
Yes, we do.
One last fry.
We're trying to get to the top 10. We're trying to get you
While we
back.
are playing this new hot exclusive music that Brian has given his attorney to play for us for the court, please put your vote in the jury box. 1 for guilty, 2 for not guilty, as we listen to this exclusive new music by Brian McKnight.
That chicken sure smells good. One last fry before I leave it all behind. I need that chicken fried hard, extra crispy, fries on the side. One last fry before I leave you for tacos, enchiladas and some more. Before I hit the door, one last fry.
Can we get the back at none too? So we're still waiting for
Yes,
some.
can we get
Can you play one last fry again?
No, we got to get the back to none first, and then the other one.
This is exclusive.
Let them know you heard it here first.
I'm a deadbeat dad, 2. I'm really going outside, 3. Someone needs to whip my ass, 'cause I don't give a damn, you see.
That's the remix. You gotta get back here.
One last fry again, please.
Y'all got to be entering your numbers in the chat, not food. Ain't nobody voting.
I need y'all to vote 1 for guilty, 2 for not guilty. 1
last fry before I leave it all behind. I need that chicken fried hard, extra crispy, fries on the side. One last fry before I leave you for tacos, enchiladas and some more. Before I hit the door, one last fry.
Can you let him know he gonna have to take the tacos out
They're
and put
putting it
Hawaiian
in
rolls?
Spanish.
Yeah, we
Your
got
Honor.
to switch this up to Hawaiian rolls. Maria, why you didn't tell me earlier?
They putting it in Spanish, Your Honor.
Oh, my assistant Maria is getting, not the you, she's getting docked. She's getting docked and deported.
Oh, not docked and deported. And
that's why Maria dropped the bailiff.
And with that being said, the jury has come back with a unanimous decision of guilty. So it is now time for sentencing. Now, I want you to know, Brian McKnight, that we hereby strip you of all your coloredness, okay, of all of your Black traits. We are stripping you from them. We no longer want you, and we are giving you to the palm colored and the Hawaiian people, whoever the Samoan people.
No, they don't want him. They're very prideful people.
Whoever wants him, we don't want him. Whoever will take him, he's up for grabs, and we don't even want to trade for him. You can have him. It's a gift from us. You are never allowed at another cookout. You're no longer allowed to eat fried ribs, barbecue ribs, chicken, stuffed eggs, stuffed bell peppers. You better not be eating no gumbo, no jambalaya, no dirty rice. You can't ever have your grandma's potato salad ever again in life. No pecan pie, no potato pie, no nothing. You are hereby excommunicated. Furthermore, this court finds that we will be repossessing your daughter who made you a girl dad. We're going to repossess that car from her. Okay, and we are going to dismantle it and sell it for parts to the highest bidder and give all proceeds to your original daughter who made you a girl dad, Brianna. We're also going to strip your newborn son of the name Brian, and we're going to give him a more fitting name. We're going to name him Maui after the character in Moana, okay? And we're also going to strip you of all rights to your name. Anytime you want to make money off the name of Brian McKnight, this court has hereby stripped you of the rights to use it and trademarking it for your son, Brian McKnight Jr. And when he passes away, these trademarks shall solely be passed down to all of your grandchildren that are your Black children's children. And anytime any money is made off of your name, it will go to the only true Brian McKnight Jr., which is your older Black son. That's what this court finds you of. We're also going to find you that if Leilani ever decides to leave you, that she can never get any of the money, and neither of her kids. We are also stripping them out of your will. If your original children are no longer in the will, then those children are no longer in the will. And this court is going to make sure that all monies that have been given to Leilani, this court orders her to pay money back to said Black children. We also are going to contact the medical board and get her license revoked, because she cannot care about children if she does not put forth the effort to care about children that are indeed supposed to be hers as well. Okay, along with the fact that if she ever decides to leave you, the Black community will be on Twitter for 40 days and 40 nights roasting you. And I am going to sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we will not accept you back. You are hereby banished. We don't even allow you to go to your mother's house if she's still alive. Anybody with the last name McKnight that is Black no longer will receive you upon their door. if you are even seen across the street or within 50 miles of their residence, you will be sentenced to prison and you will not be able to participate in any of the prison talent shows. We also find that all proceeds made on this R&B tour that you're supposedly headlining, and I don't understand why, when we just realized tonight that you ain't. And since you ain't, your name is ain't, so you can't get any proceeds. So all of that money will be hereby given to your children as well. Brian McKnight Jr. also has music, so I challenge everyone in the court to go to his page and listen to his music as well. And he writes as well. Okay. We also sentence you to never eat another Hawaiian roll again. And when you decide that you want seasoning, the only thing that you will be allowed to use is Miss Dash, and that's only 2 sprinkles. 1, 2. Tony Chachery's don't know you salt and pepper, don't know you season all, don't know you old bay, don't slap your mama, don't know you tahini, don't even know you, and it is seasonless.
Adobo don't know you.
You don't want it. You can't use babies up in your soups
You courtship
and salads.
Can you also tell him that BET, if they do an R&B medley, Soul Train Awards, if they do an R&B medley, if somehow, some reason, some way, the CMT, the AMC Awards, or the CMA Awards decide, and that's country music, decide to do an R&B medley, Grammys, and I mean everything that has to do with Grammy weekend, the actual show, the pre-show, the party, so on and so forth, the American Music Awards, the Billboard Awards, all the awards in all the lands. He is never allowed to be a part of an R&B medley, and he is to never accept an honor, because what honor do you have?
None, son.
And with that being said, we just want you to go away. We sentence you to move to Hawaii with your good new Samoan family, and we sentence you to move inside the most active volcano there is inside of Hawaii. That is where you shall dwell. That is where you should be. And also, we sentence you to know and look in the mirror and see that the original children are way more beautiful than the other ones. They funny looking and they got heads shaped like light bulbs, and that in itself is a crime punishable by death.
Your courtship, the state of Hawaii does not want anyone vacationing or moving.
Well,
there.
he's not vacationing. He's going to reside.
They don't want people moving there.
He's going to reside in the volcano, and it will be off with his head. And the new wife, Leilani, I don't know what you're going to do, since you are going to be sentenced to mediocrity, as we are reporting you to the state board and getting your license revoked, as well as you will not be entitled to any alimony or child support for you and said 3 kids or a new baby. Nemo. That's not what I named him.
Her name is Luell.
Baby Maui Nemo. And with that being said, this case has been adjourned. We want to thank you all for coming into Messy Night Court, and we shall see y'all next week. Hopefully everybody is on time, because we will have the unwedded baby shower food, stuffed eggs. We might even have the stuffed eggs with the fried shrimp on top, as we collected an exorbitant amount of funds. I also want to say thank you for the Cash App.
Ooh.
I hope you are still in here, but thank you for the Cash App to Miss Dornia Lee. I appreciate you as well. We will see you all next week. Have a good night.
See ya.